British said they would fight us on the beaches and in the streets. It is time now to hold them to that promise. Operation Sealion is at hand. And this time tomorrow, we will be fighting within England herself. Capture the major cities, including London, before they are able to recruit. The hour of victory is at hand.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Axes and Allies, or what this episode should be, every alternate historian's wet dream, or maybe not so much. This is Operation Sea Mammal, and there are a number of reasons that this thing bloody would not at all remotely even technically. It can work, plain and simple. But in this game, because this game is not exactly known for having any sort of reality when it comes to alternate history, but what do you know? Yeah, this is the 8th time that I have attempted to record this, and I did get one recording off, only to realize that the footage, whenever I ended up uploading it, did not, it just turned black for most of it, so I was like, well, fuck, I'm not going to leave that. So your main objectives, you have to capture both southern London and northern London. I don't know why I cannot say that word. And you also have 4 aircraft fields from the enemy that you can deal with if you so want to. It is pretty much, you kind of need to, though. Well, I shouldn't say that. You more have to get rid of these 2 battleships that are which at half, well, I can't speak. Both of which are at half health. You essentially need to do this because then you can get your own battleships, and you can go ahead and deploy a core HQ truck here, and you could technically use it just with the things that you have here, but that's pretty much, you know, it's not exactly an easy way to do it. But what I'm going to go ahead and do, I'm going to cut my starting moves off camera, and I will go ahead and be right back. I should actually probably explain. What you want to do, you want to get some engineers, because you're going to want to try to repair these 2 airfields. The airfield that is all the way down here, if they send planes after it, it's kind of screwed no matter what you do. So you want to do that, you want to go ahead and get rid of the enemy airfields where you can, and then eventually start to work on those battleships. And don't try to really send any airborne troops into the mainland. You can potentially get one to land here, you know, get some men to land here and take out this airfield, but that's a little bit tricky. Also trying to send any men up to, you know, up around here to get rid of their core HQs, not really a valid strategy either. They're going to be the planes are going to be shot down way before they manage to get there, so that's my strategy. So I will go ahead and be right back. Okay, we are back. I ended up finally getting rid of the last enemy airfield, and I ended up getting rid of their battleships pretty damn quickly. I thought it would end up taking a fair bit more. Now, the only issue is that they have now, from what I've seen, they now have most of their field army right here, which is where I normally deploy, so I'm going to have to deploy a little bit further out than I would normally have liked. Go get those King Tiger tanks, because I believe they're a new unit. I don't actually remember anymore. But, yeah. And getting rid of the extra airfields means that you end up getting allies, which I don't know where the fuck they come from. I mean, this is like fucking Wales or something. Did they come from Ireland or something? I don't know. It's all stupid anyway. You're bombarding. Go ahead and stop bombarding. You, I guess, go ahead and deploy Core HQ truck. I'm not sure where I want to deploy, though. I can deploy over here, that might be far enough away, but I don't know. Yep, get a whole bunch of money from my ally, which, you know what, I am not complaining about, because I could always use more funds. All that's done with, I could even, if I so want to, I could go ahead and get some more money production underway, but I'm probably going to go ahead and actually wait on that a little bit. Yep, as you already see, being bombarded a fair bit. Go ahead and bombard here. I've never once actually seen them try to contest my my landing, which is really weird. Again, they normally don't. which might make this a little bit more difficult. They probably send all of their units that they normally send up against my the ally in the north, and they decide to come after me instead. Not that great. Now, the whole thing with Sealion, and the reason why it wouldn't end up working whatsoever. Keep in mind that these, where I'm starting, I believe is supposed to be the Channel Islands. It would make sense. That might be France. I don't fucking know anymore. The scaling's really completely and totally off. Are you fucking kidding me? You're already sending fucking mechanized infantry? Oh my god. You're gonna make this a pain in the ass, aren't you? Oh, yes you are. I need to unpack you and move you somewhere else. God knows where I'm gonna put you. Normally this isn't an issue. Quickly! Unload your thing faster. Move! Drive faster. Thank God this thing can go on land. It'd suck if it couldn't otherwise. Maybe I should ended up regaining health. Oh yeah, you're so dead, bro. You're so dead. And my battleships are probably beached too. Yep, they're both beached. I see a bit of an issue with this. Just keep running. Don't let them get to you. You'll be okay. Totally, I swear. Don't mind that the city's on fire. Oh, nope. Yeah, you're so screwed. Quickly. I'm surprised that actually worked, but yeah, you're just gone. So dead, so gone. I'm gonna have to, like, build a new one. I don't know where the fuck I want to put you then. Why do you have to go after me? Go after the idiots in the north. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what you've always done. You've allowed me to build in peace. Now you're just gonna troll me. Because this is gonna be the one episode that ends up fucking working. And it's like, hey, well, let's go ahead and troll this guy. Because why the fuck not? Fine, I'll deploy another one. Anyway, as I was saying, Sealion. The whole reason that Sealion doesn't work is Germany just didn't have the forces to do it. Plain and simple, it was an immense pipe dream. The Royal Navy during this period of time, as you can imagine, was the dominant navy in the world. The Japanese couldn't match it. The Americans, not until, you know, the tail end of the war could match it. I don't even... Oh my god, why? Why? What the fuck, man? Ugh. Fuck you, Montgomery. Why are you here? Shouldn't you be in North Africa fucking everything up? I don't know how I'm shooting and fucking everything up. Yeah, I can't. I'm not gonna be able to... You might give me some breathing room. Maybe. Probably not. Yeah, there's really nothing I can do here. Fuck. I mean, if I deployed... Even if I deployed over here, they're just gonna come after me, though. They're gonna cause a problem. Unless I can somehow salvage this, but I don't think so. Not with more units coming over. I hate all of you. That's all I have to say, is that I hate every single one of you. I could try to bring my planes to bear, but... I want to kill all of you. This is just not going to work. Maybe I might be able to get one building off at least and try to build some semblance of, you know, defense against these people. But that's, again, also probably a pretty big pipe dream. I might get the one off, and my ally in the north is being absolutely murdered. Probably because I took too long. That's honestly probably what happened. I took too long, and oh my god, you gonna leave me alone? Are you actually gonna leave me alone? Holy shit, he left me alone. Okay, this might work. I get the feeling it's probably not gonna work, but god damn it might work. No, no, no. Go away. Don't mind this building in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. Go away. Why can't I send troops? Of course, now you're sending people over here. You build some people that I just need to defend. I think even if the Core HQ dies, I think I can build. I don't think they're limited by supply. God, I hope they're not limited by supply points. Otherwise, this would be a little bit awkward. Okay. I might, just might... I'm like now concentrating really hard, trying to get this stupid thing to work. I don't want you, I want this one. You! Bombs going to oblivion. Go hurry up and do your job. Hurry up and do your job. Hurry up and do your job faster. Why aren't you doing your job? Alright, fine. I guess I'm gonna have to move you quicker, or... Come on. Come on. I'm gonna have to build an engineer unit just to deal with this. Engineers, quickly be built. No, just move. Okay. Okay, I might be able to get this to work. I was like so abrasive, like I got it. It's gonna turn into a giant just like circle. I should probably not be recording. I swear I'm not drunk. Fucking hell, I feel like it though. That's one way to put it. You, yep. Move you through here. I should have all of you. Yeah, I'm gonna want all of you, that's for sure. Engineer Brigade, you need to hurry up, repair that quickly. I have one of you on standby. You're staying here at the water going, yep, this guy's right here. Good thing he can't see me. He can't see our entire unit that's covered in these goddamn, oh no, he can see us, oh dear God, why? I'm not weird. I swear I'm not weird. You being deployed? Okay, dealt with you. Were you bombarding me with fucking grenades? Oh, that was rude of you. It's very rude of you. More people coming up through the top. I have infantry over here. I have mechanized over there. I want to deal with the mechanized first. You go ahead and deploy some over here. Again, they normally don't come after me so early. They normally give me at least a little bit of time to do stuff. I guess you're going to have to go ahead and engage you. Engage the people up here. You stop engaging. I want some King Tigers, even though I don't really have the money for them all. Then you go ahead and engage over here. I know, I'm just kind of like, as I said, focusing. You're still not done building. Good job, guys. More King Tigers. You're almost done building, thankfully. No. I almost lost track of it for a second. You, I guess, go ahead and bomb these tanks. Oh, well, you're already fighting tanks. Pull back. These tanks are like, excuse me, sorry. You know, it's a good thing that having your infantry run over is not a mechanic in this game. That would be very, that'd be interesting. That'd be very interesting to say the least. I think that'd become an immensely viable tactic, is to just run over people. It would make the game a lot less, yeah, it would lose a fair bit, because that would be kind of dumb. Speaking of dumb, I don't know why the hell these tanks are, you know, these light tanks are going after fucking King Tigers. That's not exactly a smart thing on your part, guys. Just saying. Deal with that stupid thing. I keep getting sidetracked. This is what happens every single time I've tried to record this. I get immensely sidetracked. What I was attempting to say beforehand is that Sealion, the whole reason that Sealion doesn't work, the Germans, they didn't have the amount of troops. The Royal Navy, they end up having, you know, essentially dominance in their home waters. What a shock. Like, you would expect them to. They'd have pure and total dominance. Now, the Kriegsmarine was pretty damn pitiful, especially during this period of time. I don't know how many ships the Royal Navy ended up having under its arsenal. I'd assume, I don't even know how many. It had a good number. The Kriegsmarine, they ended up having about 320 ships, you know, serviceable ships, well, serviceable to a certain degree. And they didn't have anything like aircraft carriers. They didn't even have capital ships or battleships at this point, because the Scharnhorst, the Gneisenau, and the I don't remember the other one now. There were three that were used in the Norwegian campaign, but the ones that were used in the Norwegian campaign, they ended up getting you know, heavily damaged, and they were under repair. And it takes a long time to repair those sort of things. What a shock! So the they didn't have much in the way of a surface fleet, really, and the whole issue of, a lot of ships that they did end up having, out of the 320, a lot of them were not meant or were not capable of, standardized, to be used as a surface fleet. A lot of them didn't have torpedoes, a lot of them were in pretty bad shape, and it wasn't something that they were going to be able to or were really willing to end up fixing. The amount of, they would also have to try to contest the Royal Navy in the channel, while also protecting an invasion fleet, which would have ended up being about 9 smaller individual invasions, was how it essentially would have ended up being. And if you end up combining that with the fact that, again, they would have pretty much whatever air coverage they'd be able to get from France and Germany itself, I'm almost certain that my brain just died there for a second. I was trying to think of words and then it just went away. Now I can't even think anymore. This is why I probably shouldn't be recording late at night on a game that I'm getting so fed up with. Because I've also explained this a good number of times. But the Germans, what they were trying to end up essentially landing at the exact same time. I did not have all of you selected. All of you selected? Go. Okay. But the Germans, they were trying to land 10, and yes, I said 10, divisions at once. And that was most of them being via, actual troop transports, where they would have ended up using barges. And a lot of those barges, which I believe ended up being about 2,000 barges, they ended up being taken from, rivers like the Rhine and other inland rivers. And a lot of that was meant for the economy. I want to say about half of that was, pure economy based. So a lot of those would have ended up being destroyed, plain and simple. There's no way around that. And considering the fact that during D-Day, the Allies were only able to land 4 divisions, give or take, 4-ish divisions at a time, the likelihood of the Germans being able to land 10 at once is very unlikely. If you add in, say, lighter infantry or the Fallschirmjäger, which was the German paratroopers, then you might be able to get up to 4 divisions. But that's relatively unlikely. Not to mention during the whole, during the Cyprus invasion, which was the first mission of this campaign, the Fallschirmjäger were so heavily gutted that Hitler just said, yeah, I'm done with them, because they ended up having such horrendous casualties that deploying them would essentially be putting them into a meat grinder. And the main reason why they were so ineffective was that when they were deployed, what would happen is that they would be armed with a pistol, a knife, and some of them would have submachine guns. I want to say about a third during the Crete operation ended up having machine guns. It may have been a little bit more, but I want to say I remember reading a third. The issue with that is they end up landing in enemy territory, essentially, in a combat zone, and then they'd have to signal to passing aircraft, which these aircraft, mind you, would have to make passes over anti-air areas, or just be in a combat zone, and thus they are, they might very well get destroyed because of that, because, again, they're in the enemy's combat area, they're around the enemy. They'd have to signal to these things and tell them, hey, I'm here, go drop, ammunition, supplies, whatever. You'd end up deploying. I'm not sure if they end up getting rations whenever they'd end up dropping. I have no idea. Nor do I even know what the German ration was. I know they ended up having, cigarettes, which every army did back then, and they'd have a chocolate ration. Again, pretty simple. I believe every army had a chocolate ration. I know the Canadians did, and I know the Germans did. I'm pretty sure that every single one of them had a chocolate ration of some sort. Supposedly, the German cigarettes were very mild tobacco-wise, but I've never Never smoked one, never going to. I do not smoke cigarettes. I don't smoke anything at all, I should say. So, yeah. That's what I end up hearing. Outside of that, they'd probably have, you know, like bread, maybe hardtack. I'm not sure if that ended up being phased out, though, during World War II or not. I don't know much about rations, and I'm about to lose all of these, so I need to retreat them really quickly. You. No, not you. You. Go destroy their menu of this. I want all of it destroyed. They really built up the base here. Again, I just waited way too long. You might be able to get out. Hopefully you'll end up finishing this before your morale ends up plummeting. You're fully repaired. You're just sitting there looking at anti-aircraft battery, not even trying to fight it. Fine, just go ahead and destroy it really quickly. God, you people need to actually do your goddamn job. I'm using my infantry mainly as guards for my bases in the event that I end up getting attacked as time goes on. That would not be particularly good. I also have this V weapon that I could try to end up using. Oh my god, you got so many goddamn people here. Okay, yeah, no. I just need to kill this thing. Thank you. Dealt a fair bit of damage. I'm perfectly okay with that. You end up getting into a rout. Just go over here. Go over here. I haven't done anywhere near as much research on Sealion as I probably should have. But of course you end up taking the town. But, yeah, there's that. And I also want to say, and granted I could be completely mistaken on this one, I want to say they also plan to invade Ireland at the exact same time in Operation Green or Plan Green, one of the two, I don't remember which. And the only reason I know about that is because when I was doing my research regarding Ireland during World War II, that ended up coming up a tiny bit, but there was like no information on it. Ireland wasn't exactly seen as a viable nation to really get any support from, and they're really coming after me at this point. Okay, I need to bring my people in here to bear. But you had some fascist elements in Ireland, such as the IRA and a few other minor parties, but the IRA was really the only one that had anything of, you know, like an actual paramilitary force. At least during that period of time. Now I have no idea. I avoid that like the goddamn plague. I actually have expected during that the Ireland episode of the Neutrals of World War II, I half expected to get, like, shit from somebody for some reason, going, oh my god, you're talking about this topic, how fucking dare you? And I go, I don't care, shut up and leave me alone. Yeah. There are certain things that I just have no real interest in learning about, and that would be one of them. That whole conflict I just kind of avoid. I'm like really, you can almost say picky in terms of what I learned about in history. I know certain things about certain stuff. I mean, if you were to ask me some like detailed question, like how did this end up playing out, you know, like something like, say, I don't know, the 30 Years' War or whatever, I'm like, I would have no clue, because that's not what I end up researching mainly. I tend to learn more about kind of like the smaller wars, and I used to know a fair bit about the American Civil War. Now, not so much. A lot of that memory just kind of faded off, and I can remember like tidbits, but I tend to be relatively rambly. So there's that. Oh yeah, there's also a whole bunch of heavy infantry, which speaking of the American Civil War, when I think of heavy infantry, I think of a very green, heavy. During the American Civil War, how it was that units referred to as heavy infantry, they ended up coming up because during the war, Washington, D.C., which was the Union capital, of course, it ended up having a number of guard divisions, units that would be there, and they would be in the national defenses of the capital, essentially. And these divisions, because during the American Civil War, divisions would very seldomly be added, or like battalions and divisions, or Yeah, divisions would they'd very seldomly get new recruits. It would be a case where they'd essentially just kind of, end up dying, and then they'd throw more people into the regiment. Which, as you can imagine, did not exactly work all that well. It meant that you didn't really have much in the way of, of recruits going into veteran units. While you had veteran units within the regiment, you had recruit divisions and veteran divisions. And of course, there was, some divisions that, of course, I keep getting them mixed up. And there were some divisions that would end up having, recruits coming in, and they'd end up learning and all that jazz, like, how it's essentially supposed to be. That wasn't much of a thing. Now, these heavy divisions, and this is in 1863, so after the war's gone on for 3 years at this point, during Grant's overland campaign into Virginia, where he ended up essentially battling Lee back and forth for, forever and a half. He ended up pulling a number of these divisions, and some of them have been raised ever since the start of the war, and they haven't really seen combat. And so their numbers were relatively high, because, they didn't suffer anything really from attrition, and they didn't have any combat deaths or anything of that sort. So they were, relatively good in size, and they generally number about 1,800 men, give or take, sometimes a little bit more, sometimes a little bit less. But 1,800 was the standard compared to, a regiment might have 1,800 to 2,000 men, maybe, if they were lucky. They'd end up having that number of men, compared to just a regular division of roughly about 1,800 men. Again, these would be men in, kind of fortifications. They'd have the nice shiny coats, and that would essentially make them stick out like a sore thumb. Compared to, the more rugged veterans, and yeah, that's where the term heavy infantry, from what I understand, ended up coming from. Again, I could also be immensely totally wrong, and you're attacking me with flame tanks. Okay, I did not expect that one. Granted, I never fucking use... Oh, you have heavy tanks on my flank. You have a lot of men on my flank. I need to get you the fuck out of here. Deal with you. Hopefully, I should probably bring you guys back over before this thing turns into a hell in a handbasket, which is probably going to, no matter what I do. Run you back over. Fuck, I'm even gonna move my battleships over. Hopefully you can escape and I won't lose. I'm gonna lose both of you, probably. Unless I can magically get you out of there. Nope, you're dead. You're dead. Both of you are dead. That's a fuck ton of units. I wasted too much time. This is the main flaw with this game. If you take too long, you're fucked. Plain and simple. And that's a humongous flaw in this game, and I'm so glad that other, oh, you end up being bombarded. Right, I forgot about that. You can also bomb you. Yeah, I completely forgot about that. You, retreat. Yeah, oh, hey, you actually survived. I'm amazed. You move over. Which one was from you? Okay, you. You lot, I'm gonna have to actually go fight them really quick. Okay. But, yeah, I'm so glad that our strategy games don't do the stupid play where you're essentially screwed if you wait too long. Granted, I don't play that many strategy games, where it's like this. I mean, I play grand strategy games like Europa Universalis 4, and I used to play a crap ton of Crusader Kings 2. Not so much, though. Not because it ended up being like a bad game, but oh my god, they have a ton of units over here. Oh boy, this is gonna be painful. I don't want to fucking do this. This is gonna be so painful. Just look. Oh, duh. If I bring every single man I have to bear on this bridge, I might be able to get it to work. And they're gonna immediately scatter. They're immediately gonna scatter, of course. Well, I mean, I could possibly get this all to work. I can only hope so. I mean, if not, if it ends up just annoying me too much, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it out and then just, you know, do all of this off screen. Why are you all just sitting there? I don't want to know. Yep, as I figured, they end up moving everyone off. There's very few in the way of, like, actual defenders. Fighting through this is gonna be such a fucking pain, though. That's the problem. Oh, deal with them. Yeah, especially because they're gonna be regaining health and everything. It's gonna make it even more annoying, and... yeah, they probably just have a crap ton of units every which way, and here's more coming, and... yeah, I'm half tempted. I might just cut here and just make it the next mission. We have so many men here that we're just fucking flags everywhere. You're diving with light tanks. Come on, dude. What are you doing? I am in Keen Tiger tanks. Why are you even bothering attempting to shoot me down? Why are you doing any damage? This is not Ages of Empire 2, where, you know, I can just bat at a wall with a sword and, you know, end up eventually taking over a castle. That is not how real life works. All of you should know this. Light arms does not beat heavy armor. It's just... I don't even know how long I've been going for. Yeah, the likelihood... yeah. If this first push doesn't do it, I'm just going to go ahead and cut and deal with it later. Morale is getting down pretty low. All of this. If I can at least capture southern London, I would be happy. If I can get a bomber, some bombers out over here too, that'd be pretty nice. I don't have that many bombs though. Now here come their planes. Go ahead and fucking bombard me. I need to actually kind of retreat you people a little bit and deal with all of you eventually. Yeah, there's a fair bit of people here. Yep. These maps can take as long as you're willing to put into them. And it is only, I don't even know what's happening at this point. It's only, it's 10 o'clock at night. Now I'll be fine. Nope, now you're bombing me. I should be able to, I should capture the city, like, right now. Oh, probably could not, because it's, you know, on fucking fire. Can't capture a city that's, you know, bursting into flames, even though, you know, I don't know, maybe somebody should put the fires out. That might be a smart idea. That'd be my thought, but what the fuck do I know? Yeah, if you're still bombing me, I'm gonna lose units. You have two airfields right back to back. Oh my god. Yeah. That's all I have to say is, yeah. Oh great, you bombed me, you motherfuckers. I want to murder you now. Thanks. This might kill them. I hope. I'm just irritated, that's all. Nothing new. Just irritated by all of this. Again, nothing new. I'm used to it. It's like every time I'm like, hey, you know, should I end up trying to do this? Really, you're bombing me again? I'm gonna lose this airfield too, probably. Just kill. Just kill everything. Just murderize everything. I might be able to take this. They've got They actually don't have that many units in here. If I wasn't in close quarters like street fighting, it'd be a lot better. What are you doing? What are you doing? Whoever's in command here. Whoever was in command there, he should be fired. I mean, he was already killed, but he should be fired too. Here comes Alderman, and the city can't be even remotely contested if I want to try to capture it. But they're getting rid of their attack against my ally, and they're all focusing on me. And granted, they have their heavy tanks and flame tanks, and my units are far superior to theirs. I was like, where the fuck did their planes come from? I was looking at the mini-map. Yep. Still shooting. It's a good thing that ammo doesn't exist in this universe, otherwise I'd be playing out. that would be a little bit awkward. I'd finally be able to go and take the city, only to realize that I have no ammo. I don't know why I can't just set you idiots to automatic repair. That'd be so nice, but can't do that. Gotta just keep bombing. Keep bombing. Keep bombing. Not keep bombing. Don't worry about it. You're bombing the thing up here too. That one I don't really care about all that much. No, seriously, leave. You're just sitting there. Stop. Or, okay, try to go through the city, going through me to get to the city. You people are fucking stupid. If I Zerg rush into the city, I wonder if I'd be able to succeed. Probably not. Nope. Good thing I didn't even try. I'll see you guys next episode. I'm done with this. I'll see you guys next episode. See you later.